We see this look from time to time from the Knights. Third down, St. Clair deep drop back. He's going deep down the field. The pass is caught. Wide open 40, 30. It's Buck Studwell. 15, 10, 5 touchdown. New York. They're going to hand it off to H. Shaw. He got the first down. A championship is coming to New York.
23 seconds, 22 seconds. What are they going to do here? 4 yards from the end zone. Dunhill going to throw again. Dunhill out to Hollywood. BDG Hollywood touchdown! Oh my, the Atlanta Swarm. How about it? Your champions, Georgia. 27-10 over Sioux Falls. Your Atlanta Swarm are title winners.
To the right, that's Carr. 2 down from the end. Hand off, Sandlin. Boy, he almost got hit the backfield, and Sandlin breaks it through for a touchdown for Seattle. What a run from Sandlin. He was dead to rights in the backfield and made something out of nothing.
Going to go 5 wide for Wigmore. Wigmore steps up, hit as he threw, pass is intercepted at the 50 with room to return. It's Albert Begin again, 35-30, Albert Begin, 20, 10, touchdown Lone Star. Ivory Irvin not fast enough this time, and the Glory right back in it.
Second and 10 from the 38. Marconi back to pass against another blitz. Marconi's going to avoid a sack. Throw a ball deep down the field. The pass is caught. What a throw! What a throw! Touchdown! Minneapolis to Almiron Sabu. Oh my goodness! A slow motion replay here. You've got to be kidding me. SFL is going to bring out the trophy, and Minneapolis is going to get to celebrate for the fans that came down. Receivers free to the right side. Tallahassee needs a stop. They haven't gotten one here in the third. And Cochran's go to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. And Alaska has 9 points here in the third quarter. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Alaska Storm. They are your Season 11 SFL champions.
How about E.J. DeCue, Patrick Kelly, and Sean Crooked on that line. Great protection for Jackson. Now Moses is running over people, as are the rest of the Scorpions, and they fight him for a touchdown.
This Matt Wilson's pass is caught for a touchdown. What a throw to Dijon Swan. The Mexico City Aztecs, headlined by team owner Ramos Lin, gets their first SFL championship, a 38-24 victory over Chicago.
Ninth. Wigmore down 10 of 13, 76 yards, 14th pass of the day. Wigmore fires it outside, it's intercepted! John Barnhart, touchdown! Sioux Falls, he does it again for the Sparrows in the postseason!
Showing a blitz on the outside, it's Queen City. Everyone stays home. Darnell Black runs past everybody, picks up a block. Darnell Black in the open field. 40, 35, 30. Being chased by Shine. He won't catch him. And the Hyenas have cut it to 7.
Mama, there goes that man.
Stats all-star crew for a terrific start so far. Third down and 9 to start the second quarter. Ivory Irvin's over the top, and it's a touchdown for Baltimore.
Jark Tarkington has a chance to win it.
Oh my goodness. For all of that, and Tarkington gives Baltimore their 3rd straight title. Oh my goodness.
Well, McChesney gonna get a carry. Oh, there goes McChesney. One man to beat, he breaks it. Jaron McChesney down the sideline. Francis trying to catch him. Not today, young fella. Touchdown, Denver. They're right back in it. Down to 15 seconds left. Zuli back to pass. He's going to Corky. It is caught. Touchdown, DC.
Greg Corky is
They got to pull out something miraculous here.
DC can't let him get behind him. They got to keep everything in front of him here. This is the ball game. Daniel Garcia back to pass. He's going to throw it deep to the middle. The pass is caught, and the tackle is made. And the DC Dragons have won the championship by a miracle on Zach Zuli's throw to Greg Corky. And I let the fellas give me a breath.
Live from Detroit, Michigan. It's time to open the curtain on Week 10 of Season 20 of the Simulation Football League. The snow is coming down at Bank Michigan Stadium as the Motor City V8s look to turn their season around and hit the gas to push for a playoff spot against the division-leading London Knights. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Trevillo. Happy to have your company. Happy to have the company of Mark Lopez as well. Mark, it's been a long time since we've done a game together, but happy to be back in the booth with you and happy to potentially see a really important game for both of these teams' seasons today.
I'm happy too. Trevillo is going to be an incredible game, as you mentioned, against two division rivals, longtime rivals as well, having met several times as franchises. And Mike, I think several things to look out for this game. Defenses on both sides proving to be, lethal in several assets or several facets of the game. Offenses too high flying, most especially. We're going to be looking at the number one offense, that is London. I think this might be a high flying game, Mike, and looking forward to it.
Last time these teams met, it was Week 14 of the Season 19 regular season. Motor City pulled out a win 38-31. If they're going to get another win, it's going to be likely the same kind of high-scoring, high-octane game in the snow in Detroit. Motor City and Caleb Richards kicks it away, and we are underway. Out to the 27-yard line comes Terrence Weary, and here's the London Knights starting offense. The ever-present Johnny Pickler in at quarterback, running back Robert Merrill, fullback Rob Noel, wide receivers Terrence Weary, Fox Highwin, and Vin Kalia, tight end Talon Steele. On the offensive line, Anthony Anderson, Paranabara, and Demetrius Farmer. White, red with gold numbers and gold trim for the London Knights today on the road. Pickler back to pass over the middle, caught, first down to the 41.
And this will be a pass-first team for the most part, Michael. And Johnny Pickler, one of the best quarterbacks over the seasons of the league. You look at his all-career stats, he has been incredible this season as well, with his attempts, his yards, leading or second in the league in total yards. So we'll see him a lot this game.
And off to Robert Merrill for the first time. Barrels over a defender and picks up 7. Here's the Motor City defense. Doug Howard, Dakota Butts, Nick Brummer, and Mike Ballot on the defensive line. Rodney Panani, Sabo Kanan, and Matthew Holford are the linebackers. Mark Kaufman, King Rashid the corners, David Leathers, Nicholas Warner, and Kane Vasquez are the safeties. On 2nd and 3, Pickler to throw again. Over the middle, into traffic, and caught by Talon Steele.
I mean, that was an incredible play by Pickler. I thought he slipped for a bit early on in his step back, finds his footing, finds his receiver, and Talon Steele hauls it in for a huge gain.
This London Knights team, number 1 in the league in points per game at 37.3, number 1 in pass yards per game at 375, number 1 in total yards per game in 474, and second in passing touchdowns. Merrill breaks the tackle in the backfield and picks up 4, and the London offense is rolling early down to the Motor City 35.
And Robert Merrill will be a pivotal aspect of this London offense, especially in the snow, Michael. I think the running game is going to be important in establishing a solid offense in the snow.
Over the middle, caught again. Johnny Pickler wearing out the safeties on the Motor City defense, and they are in to the red zone.
Quick offense, high-flying offense, the number 1 team in terms of scoring, are looking to score early in this game.
Pickler to Merrill on a second choice, and he picks up 6. 2nd and 4. Pickler last time out in a 49-42 victory over the Fort Worth Toros, almost getting 100 total points in that game.
And 6 of those.
463 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Yeah, incredible.
Pickler, far side, man open. It's Vin Kalia first and goal at the 4.
Vin Kalia, you talked about how Johnny Pickler had an amazing game last week. How about Vin Kalia with 220 of the yards from Pickler's 463? And all the same story this game, picking up another big catch, another big pass from his quarterback.
5 touchdowns from Kalia last week. He's got 11 on the season, which is second in the league.
Wow.
I formation. Pickler under center, takes the 5-step drop. Nothing open, now he goes to the corner of the end zone, and it's almost intercepted. Knocked down by Mark Kaufman.
Mark Kaufman, what a play by him. Maybe the cold got his fingers a little too stiff. Sometimes you want those fingers, those hands warm and supple for the catch, for the interception. But they'll take a pass deflection and preventing a potential touchdown there.
2 more tries for London from the 4. Offside eye this time, single receiver right. This time out to Merrill, what a fantastic play. I believe that was Kaufman again, saved another touchdown.
I mean, incredible red zone defense by Kaufman and by Motor City as a whole. 2 plays in a row, incredible pass deflections. This is also the team that has taken away the ball 25 times throughout the season. That's number 1. And this season, Michael.
On 3rd and goal. Pickler, short, intercepted! 3rd time's the charm for the Motor City defense. Sabo Kanan with the pick from the linebacker spot.
Yeah, when you say 3rd time's the charm, you don't want to be on the wrong side of that, but that was London. 3rd time's the charm against them as Sabo Kanan picks the ball on what would have been a very promising drive, Michael. Turns out to be a turnover for them, and Motor City grabs turnover number 26.
Everything was perfect for London until they got inside the 5. Abraham Creata dumps it short over the middle to Shane Kaufman. Here's the Motor City offense. Creata the quarterback. Christopher Dean, the running back. Bill Cherry, the fullback. Kaufman, Guy Clausen, and Arain Darby, the wide receivers. Azami Mihata, Julian Gusters, and Phil Cause, the 3 tight ends. Bill McMillan and Phil McMillan holding it down on the offensive line. Pick number 26 on the season for the Motor City defense. Sabo Kanan grabs his 2nd and gives Motor City the ball for the 1st time today. Creata moves in the backfield, throws it short. Christopher Dean can't get away from the embrace of Televac Scarborough. Here's the London defense. William Davidson, Selwyn Lane, Frank Stackhouse, and Cam Frosby on the defensive line. Tony Roberto, Jacob Creech, and Televac Scarborough, the linebackers. Brandon Ewing, Emmanuel Blackman, and Mike Jones, the corners. Anthony Wayo and Jack Russell are the safeties. 3rd and 4. London trying to get off the field, and they will.
Wow. Good defense by London to take it back after a missed opportunity in their first drive. And what a sack on Creata. Creata, one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league this season, with 29 in the 9 games they've played, 29 sacks. This front line needs to protect Creata more. They were unable to do so.
Pickles to punt from his own end zone. And this will be good field position for London. So the Knights turn the ball over, but the fair catch by Weary gives them the ball at the Motor City. I'm sorry, I will get that eventually. 47-yard line. 5:55 to go in the first quarter. We've seen pretty much what we expected to see so far, Mark.
For both teams too, yeah, a little bit expected there.
Good offense from London, good defense from Motor City, and London holding it down on defense as well. Here's a pass out to Merrill. He has space down the right side. and he will be pushed out of bounds. First down at the 34.
That's Merrill's experience and veterancy showing up there. The yards after the catch is kind of his prowess. You know, Robert Merrill, he is a running back, a halfback, but his catching skills, he has been known to be a great receiver back in the day too. And not a surprise for him picking up that many yards off of a swing pass play.
81 receptions on 83 targets coming into the day for Merrill. That's good for second in the league. 476 receiving yards as well and 4 touchdowns through the air. First and 10 for the Knights. Pickler, middle, caught underneath, and a crushing hit. Coming up by David Leathers to make the tackle on High Wind. First involvement for either in the game.
And still a very involved player in this London offense with his contributions in scoring 6 touchdowns in their games this season. It's good for 11.
Merrill fumbled the ball! It's picked up by Motor City! How about this?
I mean, Michael, 2 turnovers in as many drives for Motor City. First an interception and now a fumble. And surely they're going to make something out of this, Michael. They have had their dinner served in a silver platter this game. And still, they got to put points on the board. We saw them, miss opportunity in their first interception, leading to a punt. And now, another turnover. Motor City's defense on the roll.
I didn't see who punched the ball out, but Anthony Anderson picked it up. Over the middle, deep pass, complete from Creata to Kaufman. And how about that for flipping the field all the way to the red zone on the other end?
My, oh my, what a pass by Creata. Finds his men in the snow. I mean, how hard can it be to find the single blue uniform in a sea of white? And he finds his guy for a huge play.
Kaufman, the leading receiver on this team, 633 yards on the season with 4 touchdowns. Creata, mostly a player that throws the ball underneath, likes to dink and dunk with their triple tight end set. That time went deep. This time he pump fakes and he's going to be wrapped down by his ankles. William Davidson shoots back there and picks up the sack. Sack number 31 on the season against Creata.
Sack number 31 against him. That is plenty. And for London Knights, a lot of sacks by them as well. Sack number 21 in the season for the Tool team.
Creata again goes down. No time to work with at all. Cam Frosby getting involved. The whole defensive line for London has just walked through the open door of the Motor City offensive line.
And if you remove the big pass play earlier by Creata, the defense of London has negated more yards than Motor City has had forward yards.
Creata underarm to the outside, just trying to get something. They'll get close to the original line of scrimmage from 20-yard line. Guy Clausen, first reception of the game for him, gets out of bounds and sets up a decently short field goal for Caleb Richards, but with the snow and the wind swirling the way it is, who knows?
Yeah. Who knows indeed, but as you mentioned, still within field goal range. We'll see if there might be issues too with the with catching the ball and putting it on the ground. There might be some shenanigans happening in this weather.
This will be a field goal from the feet of Caleb Richards. It's good from 36, and the Motor City V8s, after forcing 2 early London turnovers, are on the board first.
capping off the drive with the pretty snap and hold for the perfect kick. And 3 points on the board. We can talk about how Motor City throughout the season has had so many chances for turnovers, but not producing much, not productive in terms of points after turnovers. This time they put 3 on the board.
Caleb Richards hits field goal number 18 on the season out of 20 attempts. That's about an 89% field goal percentage. Weary brings the ball to the 28. That's where London will have it. And the Knights have pretty much had their way with the defense of London, or excuse me, the defense of Motor City so far. They've just turned the ball over twice.
Yeah.
Pickler, middle, caught in space at the 42-yard line. And that deep cross, whoever's running it, this time it was Kalia, is really giving the V8's defense fits.
Yep. Run the cross route. The referee might be in the way of the defender as well back there. But as you mentioned, what a route by the receiver there, and Pickler finding his man and making the defense pay.
Already up near midfield at the 42. Handoff left side. Merrill spins back inside and gets a bear hug from the Motor City defender, Rodney Panani.
Yeah, very timely tackle by Rodney Panani in the first level, because you're looking back behind the line of scrimmage, behind the defensive line. 3 key blocks already engaged right there for Merrill to take advantage of, but no, tackle before he could take advantage of those blocks.
Us of 1, second 11. Pickler gets the ball away in traffic. It's caught past the 50 down to the 42. Talon Steele makes his second catch of the game and moves the chains again for the red and gold.
Yeah, so far nothing different from London offensively in terms of generating yards and forward progress, Michael. They're just tearing apart this defense. They just gotta take care of the ball, and we might sound like broken records, but we've already seen it twice in 2 drives for London.
Pickler playing technically against his old team, as he was originally drafted by the St. Louis Gladiators. Later now the Motor City V8, same franchise, different location. Toss out Merrill. This time the spin move works and he gets a block and picks up 6 yards. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone. Oh, what a hit by King Rashid, the league leader in interceptions, knows how to lay the wood, and what prevents the completion, 3rd down and 4.
Great tackle. Well, less of a tackle and more of a hit, jarring the ball loose. The one thing I've noticed, though, with this London offense, the thing that affords Pickler such great passing opportunities really has been the protection. Talk about how Creata has, 31 sacks? Pickler, though, in the season, only 10.
Pickler, 3-step drop, middle again, caught in traffic again. Broken record for the London offense. Terrence Weary gets a first down, and Pickler continuing to dominate.
All these passes in the middle, and receivers seem to be unbothered because the defenders a little too focused on the edge receivers.
Pickler already over 100 yards on 10 of 14 passing. He steps up in the pocket. He throws a wobbler. It's picked off. He was looking for the end zone, and it's a 3rd straight Motor City takeaway.
My goodness, this defense has got Pickler's number. 2 interceptions this game. Their last meeting last season, they also had 4 interceptions in Pickler. So since leaving the franchise, the Motor City V8's franchise has 6 total on Johnny Pickler.
And it's pick 6 on the season for David Leathers. Look at the disparity in total yards between the two teams, and yet Motor City has the lead, and their most efficient offensive play has been that crossing pattern to Guy Clausen. Excuse me, Rain Darby made that catch.
Yeah, Rain Darby, also one of, the favorite receivers of Creata, 35 receptions for 464 yards in the season. Pretty quiet last week in their previous match, but still look out for Darby to make space for Motor City.
Max protect for Creata over the middle. He overthrew it and it's intercepted. London takes it back. And you mentioned right at the top of the broadcast, Mark, the snow might cause some craziness. And Jack Russell takes the ball away.
Yeah, these white uniforms against the white snow, a little bit of double-edged sword. You wonder, did Pickler miss his guy because of the snow camouflaging his man's uniform? You could say the same thing for Motor City. Did Creata not see the defender because he was like a white tiger amidst the snow, hidden, his white uniform submerged in the white snow.
Interception number 6 on the season for Russell. That leads the team. Pickler, middle, caught. And hanging on to the ball after a crunching hit is Vin Kalia.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that's Weary.
Yeah. Man, two plays, an interception, and London is back on the field.
Well, after almost 100 total points between these two in the last game, who expected a 3-0 score at the end of the first quarter? I certainly didn't, but that is what we have. 3-0 V8s as we head to the second.
Not a lot of points, Michael, but a lot of yards in the first quarter. We have a total of a little bit over 100 or 203 yards total from both teams. But to your point, only 3 points on the board.
London close to breaking into
Merrill.
the end zone. Nice run by Merrill, gets to the 3. The last time London was down inside the 5, it was 2 fantastic deflections from Mark Kaufman and an interception by Sabo Kanan. Knights trying to take the lead. Offset eye. Free play. Merrill running left. Touchdown, London.
And too easy for Robert Merrill. Free play or not, he was bound for the touchdown as key blocks on the edge. The edge was sealed for him. Gets a touchdown. The penalty here against the defense not going to matter. And London puts up 6 points in a hurry.
Knights take the lead after a first quarter defined by turnovers. Maybe the way to control this game for both teams is to try and establish the run. I know neither of these teams really like to run the ball, but conditions being what they are, you might want to see it a bit more. Last week, Merrill only 14 carries, Christopher Dean just 5.
And so far in the afternoon, Robert Merrill with 5, including that touchdown, as this extra point is completed. And Christopher Dean, 0 rushes so far.
Today on SFL YouTube, the Carolina Skyhawks are the next challenger to the league's top seed, Arizona. Will the Scorpions take care of business with a looming rematch against Baltimore next week? Or will Carolina upset Arizona looking ahead? Kickoff is set for 9 p.m. Eastern only on SFL YouTube. London with the lead, and now it's time to see if Motor City can get something going on offense. They've really only had the one long pass play to Kaufman in their corner.
Speaking of Kaufman, he is hunting for his career high this game in terms of yards. Only needed 68 before this game. He already is up to 55 in 2 receptions.
That last drive for London, 19 yards on 3 plays after the interception, featuring the touchdown run by Merrill. Nice job by Creata, throwing his receiver open down the sideline. And that's Kaufman again, up to 71 yards. And now he has surpassed his career best for yards in a season.
Yeah, incredible from him this season. I mean, what an incredible receiver throughout his career anyway. But yeah, his career high before this was 668 yards. Sorry, 663 yards. And surpassing that in week 9 or game 9 for the team. Incredible from him. Congratulations.
Creata the lefty, underneath. Pushing forward for 7 yards is Julian Gusters. You see these tight ends get receptions sparingly. On the season, just 12 receptions for Mihata, 11 for Gusters, and 26 for Cause. 2nd and 3. Creata in trouble, and a massive sack takes away all the yards they gained on 2nd down, and it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, this defense, actually on both teams, right? We're talking about Motor City and their ability to take away the ball. How about London with their ability to take yardage, care of sacks, and tackle for losses? That's the 4th sack in the afternoon against Creata. And this front offensive line is struggling to protect their quarterback.
Now 3rd and 10. Creata underneath. That's a tough catch for Clausen, and he can't get anywhere near the 1st down. We're going to see John Pickles on to punt for the 2nd time today.
That's unfortunate, despite this drive generating over 30 yards after that play. Yeah, over 30 yards and ending inside London's side of the field. But a punt is not what you want to end with. Still, only down 4 points.
Decent punt that'll back London up to their own 17. Thanks to Ron Haynes and Dwayne Schindler for doing stats for us today. Cameron Rod, as always, is producing. In game number 2 of the Week 10 slate, as we are racing quickly towards playoff time. Handoff weak side Merrill. Nice move in to get past one. Breaks his 2nd tackle and picks up 8 yards. Tough running by Robert Merrill.
And Robert Merrill, to your point earlier, Michael, both teams need to establish the run in this snowy game. Robert Merrill with his 6th carry of the afternoon, 27 yards, good for 4.5 yards per carry. That is way better than average than expected for a star running back.
Oh, look out. Merrill buried in the backfield for the 2nd time today. Nick Brummer says absolutely not.
Yeah, big tackle on Merrill, who seemed to be gathering steam this game. That's a big loss of 2, and incredible tackling by the Motor City defense.
It seemed like it could be a loss of 4. Now on 3rd and 6, the Knights go 5 wide. Pickler, a low to the backfield, rifles it deep down the field. Caught! Getting the extra step was Vin Kalia, and he makes the corner pay.
And Vin Kalia, what a catch by him. In his 4th target, 3rd reception, now up to 41 yards, and again, it's the Pickler show against this Motor City defense. If it's not being intercepted, it's just huge pass after huge pass.
Pickler looking at a one-on-one coverage, and it's batted down volleyball style by Nicholas Warner.
Yeah, great bat down right there by this defense. Johnny Pickler up to 163 yards. Only 5 misses this game. All of those misses are all by the defense. 3 pass deflections and 2 interceptions. So you see how an incredible quarterback Johnny Pickler is with finding his man, but Motor City really causing him troubles.
Heavy set here. Watch for the swing pass to the strong side. They are going to hand it off to Barrel, being chased from behind. Breaks a tackle, falls forward for 7. Brings up 3rd down and 3. And Robert Barrel is one of the best backs in the SFL at creating yards after contact up the middle.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And if he just gave him one extra block, Michael, I think he would be on the races off to the end zone. You saw right there, 7 yards picked up from almost nothing.
7-step drop for Pickler. Throws to the corner, over the outstretched arm to the defender, and into the hands of his receiver. Talon Steele picks up his 3rd catch of the day and another 1st down.
The defender risked it, but did not bring the ball home. Couldn't pick that off, couldn't take the 3rd away from Pickler. And instead, Motor City, look at where they are once again inside the 30-yard line of, London inside the 30-yard line of Motor City. And they are on the roll once again.
This drive started all the way back at their own 17. Very efficient, taking time off the clock as well. Little underneath route for 4. That might be the most conservative we've seen London be in the passing game today.
Conservative it may be, but I agree with you. Efficient. 3 for 4 in terms of passing. We only saw that 1 pass deflection for 50 pass yards. And then how about Robert Merrill with 11 running yards and his 3 rushing attempts?
And a touchdown as well for Merrill. He gets the ball here. Got to get caught up on his own defender, but still finds a way through the tall trees of the defensive line to fall forward for a 1st down.
It was just zigging and zagging. Is that a word, Michael? Zigging and zagging?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, okay. So we'll say Robert Merrill was zigging and zagging in the middle too. Like, he just found his way. Mark of an incredible running back is finding the tiniest of cracks, slipping through and giving your team yards.
Pickler. Tough catch for Kalia, but he hauls it in. And a little bit up tempo here with 5 minutes to go. 2nd down and 8. London threatening to increase to a 2-score lead. Merrill up the middle, pushed backwards by Sabo Kanan up from the linebacker spot. London continuing to go aggressive. Pickler looking, throwing, knocked away. Kanan again. He's got 3 pass deflections and a pick so far.
Yeah, and look at that. Because of that play, they've limited London to 3 points in this drive. What could have been another scoring drive that went for 69 yards ends in the field goal. Still a positive gain, net positive for London, but the defense hanging on.
This will be a 32-yarder from JT Delaney, who hasn't missed one yet this season. It is up. It is good. And London takes a 7-point lead. I think it's really important for Motor City to, even if they don't get some points on this next drive, just hold the ball for a couple of 1st downs. Let their defense get a bit of a rest, because they have been on the field against this high-powered London offense and holding their own, but you can tell they're kind of running out of steam here towards the end of the 1st half.
100% agree. We also have not seen either Bill Cherry or Christopher Dean carry the ball. And the several games that I've called for Motor City, Bill Cherry usually utilizes like the X factor in the running game. I know that he's usually a block first fullback, but sometimes the surprise factor of Bill Cherry carrying the ball has provided Motor City some oomph. But if neither him or Christopher Dean is touching the ball, then that oomph is really, you don't expect it come in, and it's easier to defend the passing game suddenly.
2nd and 10. Excuse me, 1st and 10 at the 26. That pass is caught, gain of 4. And that is Pete Kissinger making the catch from Creator.
And we saw right there the quarterback comparison, 199 yards for Johnny Pickler, almost 100 more than Creata. Still, Creata's going to keep pace. One thing he has over Pickler is he has 1 fewer interception, but also zero touchdowns.
Nice rifle from the left arm of Creata. Over the middle, giving London a bit of their own medicine as they've driven towards midfield.
Second target, second catch by Oren Darby. Puts him up to over 25 yards after that play. And Creata is on fire as well, hitting 10 of his 11 attempts. That is above 90%.
Flip back. Created a throw again. Lofting it far side, a little bit behind the intended receiver. But he was able to adjust his body and make the catch. Shane Kaufman hauls that in. Already a banner day for Kaufman. Brings up 2nd and 5. Creata again, in the flat again. First down, Guy Clausen. Nice job after the catch to stretch the ball across the line to gain.
Good catch right there by Clausen, keeping the drive going. In terms of third down offense, Motor City pretty decent. In fact, in the upper half of the league with 58% of third downs completed. That's a pretty good clip. Going up against London's third down offense, they've been allowing 57% of third downs.
In the flat, this is Christopher Dean, and he only gets 3. Miss any SFL action? It's hard to keep up with every play around the league. Check out highlights of SFL games on the SFL YouTube channel and on Highlight Nation, provided by Victor's Valiant, YouTube's premier sports highlight maker. Subscribe to Highlight Nation and Victor's Valiant on YouTube for all your sports highlights needs. Again in the flats, and they give him the first down. No, as coming back for the ball was Oren Darby. Seen a couple of where is Phil Cause in the chat. He has not been involved yet.
0 catches, nor targets, so yeah, that's a good question for sure. Where is Phil Cause? Probably a better question is why is Creata not looking for Phil Cause? Maybe he too is asking, where is my receiver, Phil Cause?
Can't see him. There's too much snow. 3rd down and 2. Creata, long time in the pocket, decides to try and run. Oh, he got 1 yard, but he needed 2. Almost a Houdini act from Ibrahim Creata, but he was pulled down from behind by William Davidson, and we hit the 2-minute warning of the first half.
Wow. Yeah, that scramble almost worked wonders for Creata. Michael, I do remember the one game, one of the few instances that Creata managed to scramble and get a first down for the team. It did not happen this time. At least they set themselves up for a field goal. A little over 50 yards, 51 perhaps. Whoa!
Oh, slipped on the snow. The holder was not able to get it set, and London shoots the gap and blocks it.
My goodness. This snow is providing us entertainment value, but also if you're a bettor and you bet the over, it's giving you unentertainment value.
I mean, we were talking pregame, Mark, and I said I would probably bet the over on this game, but making me look like a fool. Pickler back on offense and hits his receiver for just a couple of yards. That's Robert Merrill out of the backfield.
Yeah, before the game too, talking about the interceptions, the over-under of interceptions, and I thought that we might be seeing 5 interceptions minimum this game. We already had 4.
We might see 5 in the first half.
We might see 5 in the first half. Sorry, we saw 3 already. 4 total turnovers.
Merrill out of the strong line. Nice
my
block.
goodness.
Nice 2 blocks. Robert Merrill turning on the Jets and forced out of bounds by Kane Vasquez, last man back. But running out of that power I, Mark, is really a great way to get your running back in space.
Yep, absolutely, as we see this in the view between the referee's legs. But here's a better view, though. After those two blocks that you mentioned, Michael, and it's Robert Merrill off to the races. Great individual effort by him, too, waiting for his blocks to happen and then just squirting through with a burst of speed.
Credit to Talon Steele and Rob Noel on those blocks to spring Merrill to the outside. This time Pickler going to trust his arm again over the middle. We haven't seen it for a couple of minutes, but he's back to drilling a hole straight through the middle of the Motor City defense.
Same story of London just driving the ball deep in the middle of Motor City's defense, keeping the ball, the chains rolling. Once again inside the red zone of Motor City.
London once again trying to go up by 2
goodness.
scores. Robert Merrill, stiff arm to the 5, touchdown. Robert Merrill, he's got both London touchdowns today.
And look at that celebration. Let the man cook. What a couple of runs from this guy. After a big run earlier, 2 plays ago, he gets another set of key blocks and then pushes the defender over to get into the end zone.
Another giant shout out to Rob Noel. He got another huge block on that play to allow Robert Merrill space to pick his head up, see the field, and eventually find the end zone. London with a 2-score lead just a minute to go before halftime.
Yeah, what a drive as well by London, capped off by Robert Merrill's 10th touchdown of the season. Sorry, correction, that would be his 11th touchdown. His 10th came with his first touchdown in the game.
Kick on the way. And now Motor City, who was relying on their defense to keep them in the game, gonna have to do something with the offense probably in the next 1 minute and 6 seconds. And Motor City has been getting better on offense as the game has gone on, but they just haven't been able to find that finishing touch to a drive.
Not to mention their field goal attempt was blocked.
That's the one that set up the London drive.
No!
Oh! Creative throws a pick, and this could go all the way. Oh, dragged down from behind.
At the
Brandon
2-yard
Ewing with the interception, and it's a misery compiler for Motor City.
My goodness. Yeah, you said it's the defense that's keeping them in the game. But how about London taking the ball away from them, ripping the hearts out of this Motor City offense? And suddenly, not only is London back, but look at where they are, 2-yard line, and they're going to come away at the end of the half with back-to-back scoring drives.
Ewing inches away from giving the London Knights their first pick 6 of the season. Pickler out to Merrill. Ooh, look out. Actually lost 3 yards on the play with the tackle by Kaufman.
Maybe it gives him some room, though.
London still has all 3 timeouts, but chooses to go up tempo. This time out to Merrill. Has a lot of work to do. Gets a block. Fighting for the goal line. He scores! He scores!
Wow. How about Robert Merrill keeping himself upright so that it wasn't his teammate that pushed him over? Somebody did. Oh no, it's the defender that pushes him over in the hopes of tackling Merrill, but instead it carries his momentum forward for a touchdown. And touchdown number 3 by Merrill, all in the first half.
Kaufman with a fantastic play to force the loss of 3. Unfortunately gives the unwitting assist to Merrill to score his first half hat trick, and it's 24-3.
My God.
Well, this game has gone from a close defensive contest to a potential blowout just like that in the span of about 4 minutes.
Making fun of the over-under from this game.
I was making fun of the over-under, although London is probably going to have to get there by themselves.
That is true. Half of it, almost half of it, by themselves alone with their 24 points. And yeah, number one offense, number one scoring offense, showing why they are. They were averaging over 30 points a game, and they're already up to 24.
I mean, if the law of averages holds, which it almost never does, created sacks for the 5th time in the game. Just nobody open downfield and nowhere to go for number 15. Nice sack. Cam Frosby picks up his second.
Second and 14. Ball at 26 yards.
And this will be the end of the first half. One last snap for Creator, and the first rush of the game for Christopher Dean will bring us to the end of the first half. Well, Mark, we thought we were going to get a high-octane offensive game from both sides. It turns out only the team from across the pond has brought their offense to play in today's game.
Yep, and we're not surprised it's coming from London. We were surprised that nothing, absolutely nothing is coming from Motor City.
Second half about to begin here from Detroit, Michigan at Bank Michigan Stadium. My name is Michael Torillo. Happy to have your company. Mark Lopez is alongside me in commentary. We've got Ron Haynes and Dwayne Schindler on stats, and Cameron Irvine providing the production truck duties as always. Motor City starts with the ball in the second half. A long way to go to catch up to a London Knights team that is probably not done scoring in this contest.
Not done scoring. Incredible. Their defense is on the field, but yeah, scoring has been priority number one for London.
Creata sacked 5 times in the first half. Throws this out, first down. That's the most effective play in the Motor City arsenal. That little flip out to the either tight end or wide receiver on the outside. That time, Orain Darby picks up the catch.
Absolutely, you're right. It's most effective in the sense that it has been, the success rate has been high. Perhaps it's not, in large amounts it would do them wonders. However, the rest of their weapons and plays have not bore fruit much.
Creata, and nothing doing for Dean as he's wrapped up and dropped. Loss of 3 on the play.
A great tackle there.
Yeah, first involvement for Telemax Scarborough. Been with this team 7 seasons, as has Vin Kalia and Brandon Ewing. Creata, middle, back to the original line of scrimmage, and not a whole lot more for the receiver. And it's third and 13, and this offense does not like to get behind the sticks, and unfortunately, because of all the sacks, they've been there way too many times for Colin Northup, Dwayne Schindler, Andrew O'Reilly, and Shane Kaufman's liking on the sideline. Short, a lot of work to do for Kaufman, and he cannot turn up field, and 3 and out to start for Motor City. No, correction, they got 1 first down on this drive, so still not able to get into London territory.
Yep, and in terms of third downs, that is third down number 5, 0 converted in the game. They were 0 for 4 in the first half, and unable to convert the first third down of this half.
No return on the play. Ball will be placed around 31.
The London 30 is where the Knights will start for the first time in this second half. This is the London Knights organization, started up in season 10, so in their 10th season of existence.
First and 10.
And for the first
31 yards.
7 seasons, not really a team that was towards the top of the SFL. Merrill gets a couple of good blocks running strong side and picks up 7. Their first ever winning record actually came in season 18 when they went 7-5. And then, of course, last year, terrific, 11-1. Their only loss was to Motor City right at the end.
Second and 2.
Yep, so perhaps this game might be a revenge game of some sorts for handing them the only loss of last season.
And they didn't make the playoffs until season 17. 2 yards for Merrill, third down and 1. When they went 6-6. They went 6-6 in season 12, but lost out on the playoffs due to tiebreakers.
Let's go.
Middle, Merrill, first down, just like that. Motor City in a similar position. They're in their 12th season of existence and only one time with a winning record. That was back when they were the St. Louis Gladiators in season 16. They've made the playoffs 3 times, but have never won a playoff game. Middle, penalty flag flies as that was intended for Fox Highwind, but had a couple of blue-clad defenders all over it.
Yeah, see here. Oh, yeah. Pass interference right there. Another huge clock or point against Motor City, who this defense suddenly, after a solid first half, I'd say, Michael, suddenly in the second half, and at least, throughout the second quarter, been crumbling under the immense pressure of this London offense.
London started the season just 1-4 with a win over Las Vegas. Actually, that looks like a really quality win, as Las Vegas is 6-1 on the year. But they are on a 3-game winning streak against Denver, Queen City, and Fort Worth. Looking to make it 4. Pickler hit as he throws, and somehow, it's incomplete. I thought that the receiver was going to haul that in, but a late stab by David Leathers pokes the ball away.
Yeah, he pokes the ball away for sure. Great defensive play. It was only the first down. And this Motor City team, in contrast to what you mentioned with London City, they themselves are on a streak, but a 2 losing streak. Not the kind of streak you want to have.
The other win was in week number 1. They beat Denver 26-17. They beat Queen City in week 6, 20-17, although Queen City having a down season there in Buffalo. They're 0-7 at the moment.
And you could argue the same for Denver, who are 2-5. Kind of put that into perspective, the only 2 wins of Motor City. Both teams a record total of 2-12. That is the second weakest or easiest strength of victory for Motor City.
Arrow left, nowhere to go. Don't leave the broadcast without joining our Discord server. There's so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check out content for teams around the league created by the community. Participate in pick'em games, play SFL fantasy football, and test your skills in the survivor pool. To join our server, visit www.simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon in the menu. The SFL community is 2,000 strong. We'll see you there. On top of all that, it's just a great place to hang out, talk about everything SFL. We've got a sports channel where March Madness is all the rage at the moment. It's a fantastic time over there in SFL Discord. If you're not over there, get yourself down. Pickler on 3rd and 10, rifles it over the middle, first down. Man, Johnny Pickler has some fantastic arm strength through the wind to get that right to Fox Highwind for his first catch of the day.
No, I absolutely agree. And once again, just making the safeties pay, making the middle of the field his playground. His receivers running all over the place. We had the reason as well why we have not seen him touched behind the line of scrimmage is that he gets the ball out quick, and these receivers make it easy for him.
So the halftime adjustment for Motor City must have been to cue it on Robert Merrill, who is slow to get up.
He doesn't get up at all.
And he will stay down. It didn't look like much of a hit. He did get blasted by Nicholas Warner, but he's taken harder hits than that in this game. And London, although up 24-3, may have just lost their running back.
I mean, a hit like that, and you'd think maybe it wasn't the way down. Maybe he twisted an ankle or sprained some ligament in his leg or something. Uh-oh.
Not the worst thing in the world for London, seeing as you still have Johnny Pickler. Here's a throw out to the backup running back, LaMichael Kelly. In the game and immediately picks up a yard.
Yeah, wow, and you saw right there, David Leathers with 10 total tackles in the afternoon. Working overtime, but that's kind of what happens if your defense is on the field all the time.
3rd and 9. Got to get to the 3-yard line for a first down. Pickler just wants the end zone, and it's going to be knocked away. An excellent defensive play by Mark Kaufman, who has been the man in the red zone today.
Incredible defense by him. Unfortunately, not a touchdown, but, and this is an incredible stat care off of our statisticians, Dwayne Schindler and Ron Haynes. They've pointed out that London's 4 last drives have been scoring drives, all of them in the second quarter. With this one, this is the 5th consecutive drive of London untouched by Motor City, unanswered points by Motor City.
27-3 is a 28-yard field goal, good by JT Delaney. And so my point about Robert Merrill, whether he comes back into the game or not, you've got the best quarterback in the league in Johnny Pickler. It's not a massive loss, even though Merrill has already scored 3 touchdowns today. He's been the drive finisher, but Pickler and his receivers have been the drive starters and done the meat of the work.
Yep, and we mentioned only early on the 2 interceptions against Pickler looked not too good, but since then, putting up an incredible passing 24 for 33 for a total of 249 yards, over 200 or almost 250 yards.
13 plays, 66-yard drive for London, and Motor City back on the field. JT Delaney, 2 of 2 today. 12 of 12 on the season. Can Motor City get anything done on offense? They get 5 yards on first down to Bo. And it's second and that many.
I mean, to create his credit, he has completed over 90% of his of his passes, 19 for 21. After that one, 20 for 22. So he is efficient, just not generating points for the team.
It was an offensive lineman that caught that last pass. Eli Bo in the formation is eligible, and, well, there's another backwards play for Motor City coming at the hands of Cam Frosby.
Tackle for loss number 7, if you include sacks and tackle for losses. That is number 6 by this London defense. Incredible at stopping the play behind lines.
3rd and 7, and it was a great play design, but Clausen could not turn upfield after the pass was behind him. 4th down for Motor City.
Another 4th down by Motor City. The offense really stifling, really sputtering out. Maybe the blocked field goal might have taken their spirits away. Quite unfortunate for a home game, and even that snap, super high snap for the punt.
4th punt of the game for Motor City. Correction, 5th punt of the game for Motor City. And London will start at their own 35. And up 27-3 with the Motor City offense not really doing much. I'm not sure how much that London is really going to lead on Pickler. LaMichael Kelly still in there for London. He might get a fair few carries and catches today as Pickler throws a pick, and gone to the end zone is King Rashid. It's a pickle 6 for Motor City, and maybe that's what they need to get them back in the game.
Absolutely, King Rashid, the #1 interceptor of the league, gets another one for his name. His first pick 6 of the season. First pick 6 of any Motor City V8 defender. And what a time to get it. Is it too late for this team to come back, though? They are 3 scores down if every single 2-point conversion is made. If they don't do this as a 2-point conversion, it's actually a 4-score game. But yeah, they're going for only the 1 point.
They're only going to go for the field goal. But what a day for King Rashid. He's the first player in the league to get double-digit interceptions on the season. He's the first player on this team to take one back to the house on the season, and Motor City is up to 10.
And the first points of this game for Motor City after turnovers. I alluded to their missed opportunities after turnovers. In their last 5 games, Motor City tallying a whopping 14 turnovers. And I don't know about you, but 14 turnovers in 5 games, 14 takeaways. It's pretty solid. It's pretty decent for Motor City. But despite that, the surprising thing, Michael, those turnovers were followed by only 20 points. So 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals. A pick 6, a fumble, an interception, 3 end of games and a half, a field goal miss. So even then, another field goal miss after an interception, and only 3 punts. So really, missed opportunities has been the story of Motor City's season in terms of in-game and results of games. So
a sloppy game on both sides. I think we can mostly chalk that up to the snow. Running left, nothing doing for LaMichael Kelly, who is still in the game. Rodney Panani with the tackle. And this is a tough spot. Coming off the bench, it's cold, it's snowy. You're replacing a guy who scored 3 touchdowns, and basically your job is to run out the clock if you're Kelly. Pickler to throw on 2nd and 12. It's caught. Got to turn up field. And getting 9 yards. And you were right, Mark. It was on the way down, but it was his arm, not his leg. And Robert Merrill will miss the rest of this game. No doubt about it.
Absolutely. Through the magic of science, he shall be healed and be back in full force next game. But for this game, we won't be seeing him anymore.
3rd and 3. Hand off Kelly. Oh, a spin move for the backup, but he's a yard short.
I mean, that's the Robert Merrill difference. He would have made the extra yard for the first down. But, oh boy, what a spin move by the backup, too.
I mean, he's sitting on the sidelines. He's watching Merrill do all sorts of spinny things. He throws the games up on the TV. He's got the Victor's Valiant highlights on when he gets home. He sees BDG Hollywood doing all sorts of crazy stuff. He says, why not? Let me try a spin just for fun.
That's every football fan. Any player who plays the game of football, and you watch these incredible players. Robert Redford, too, with the spinning moves as well. And you just want to emulate the great players, right? Backups, whether you're a backup or a starter, You want to emulate the players who have done it the best.
They're sitting back on the field, 1st and 10 at their own 34. There's still 2:21 to go in the third, as the game's pace has kind of slowed down a bit after the Merrill injury. 3 left, single right, Creata under center. Ibrahim throws over the defense and breaking a tackle and getting 9 yards is Guy Clausen. Or to check that, Phil Cause. That's his first reception of the game, I do believe.
We found him, fellas. Phil Cause
we
is
did.
on the board.
Took till the last 2 minutes of the third quarter.
Statisticians reminding us that's actually his second catch. The first one went for 0 yards, so he is up to 9 yards.
First down run. First positive yardage on the ground for Motor City today. Christopher Dean takes that one up the middle.
Attempt number 2 from him. Yes, as you said, solid one from him, getting a very rare first down for Motor City, who seem to be always giving the ball back to London this game.
On 1st and 10, Creata going deep. It's
Whoa,
tipped. It's bobbled. Incomplete. That could have gone anywhere, including back into the hands of the original receiver who came back for the football and almost picked it off the turf.
That's true. 4 bounces and falls harmlessly on the dirt, the snowy dirt that is. And this game has been quite interesting, if not for the fact that it's one-sided.
1:18 to go in the third. Creata goes down, number 6 on the game for the London defense. And there's just nowhere to go for the Copper quarterback himself, Ibrahim Creata. That one, William Davidson picks up his second.
Get a credit.
Excuse me, his third.
Oh, yeah.
Creata, middle, diving catch, first down. How about that, a Rain Darby?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Orin Darby is quiet so far in the season, but he is a pretty good receiver. Orin Darby, a solid receiver, a solid target for Creata this season alone. Just confirming over almost 500 yards if you add what his performance is today, already hitting the 400-yard mark or 500-yard mark.
Creata, middle, another catch. That time it was Dean out of the backfield making a contribution as Motor City is driving down towards the London red zone.
Yeah, interesting play to put and involve Dean in and making him run a route down the middle from the backfield.
It's a big lead for the Knights, but Motor City's got the momentum as we head to the fourth quarter. 4's up. It's time for the final frame right here on the SFL YouTube, presented by APM Music. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service. APM is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. It's caught at the 10. Guy Clausen, the Claw, is in for the touchdown.
Incredible touchdown by Guy Clausen. Probably reviving an offense that has been nothing at all. 0 points in the second quarter. And Clausen now contributing 7 of the 14 points in the half of the offense. And they are still quite a ways away. Going to be down 10. But that is much more manageable, Michael, with 11 minutes to go.
And ever since the Robert Merrill injury, Motor City has stolen the momentum. 14 straight points for the V8s. And here they come, Denver riding sidecar. They're rolling down the hill.
Yeah, a pick 6, followed by a punt by London after only 4 plays. And Motor City's defense are going to eye up another potential, quick 3 and out, maybe 4 plays and out. And that amount of opportunities, suddenly Motor City, you look at the clock, you look at the timeouts, 10 points. Oh my god, that seems suddenly doable.
Best drive of the game for Motor City by far. 7 plays, 63 yards in 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Although the defense for Motor City is going to have to step up. I think if they want to get back in this game, London can't score again in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. They still have to go up against Johnny Pickler. They have had his number some of the times with the 3 interceptions against him.
Remember, it's LaMichael Kelly in at running back after the arm injury to Robert Merrill midway through the third quarter.
Yep, they're missing the 5.1 yards per carry of Robert Merrill. It's all right there. That would have been maybe 4 yards, 5 yards after the tackle at the line of scrimmage. It goes for 1 instead, and momentum is on the side. This defense, you guys got to take the ball away. Give it back to your offense.
Pickler underneath. The receiver stays in bounds. That's Fox Highwind. And the clock is on London's side. They want to drain as much time as possible, even though there's still 10 minutes to go. Every second counts, and you're up by 2 scores. 3rd and 4. Huge defensive play for Motor City. Pickler, time, middle, incomplete. He was looking for the fullback, Rob Noel, over the middle. And Shane O'Donnell is going to punt for the first time in this game.
Wow, Motor City's, is it too early to say they're back? Because what a play this defense made. 3rd and 4, Pickler converting 3rd downs all day, all afternoon, and that one prevented by Motor City's defense. And Guy Clausen in the chat calling for the stop, and the defense delivers.
Fair catch from Guy Clausen. Motor City at their own 41. Since I was so rudely interrupted by The Claw going beast mode earlier, I'll do this again. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life. Inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Intercepted off a deflection. That is exactly the worst thing that could have happened for Motor City. Creative, feeling the flow, feeling on top of the world, going for a tough pass. And it was deflected. I'm not sure who got the first touch on it, but Anthony Wayo made the interception and gives the ball back to London.
Also, there were like 5 defenders approximately in that zip code area. And now, London looking to eat more clock.
Another chance to drain the clock. Kelly dots the I. He gets good blockers and gets 3. I think that's his best run of the game so far. Save O'Kanan with the tackle. And if you're Motor City, you still had 10 minutes left. You didn't have to go for the home run on the first play from scrimmage. Another handoff to Kelly. Nothing doing, 3rd and 8. Down under 9 minutes to go. We'll see what London decides to do here. They let Pickler air it out, which they are going to. 4 wide, 3 to the right, single left, nobody in the backfield. Pickler in the gun. Low snap. Johnny Carouser throws middle, first down. Massive, massive first down for London.
Absolutely. Puts them up within field goal range too, Michael. And any forward progress and the field goal possibly can secure the game, at least put them in a better position away from Motor City's potential comeback.
Now they can go back to the ground game and chip away more of this clock with Michael Kelly trying to run away, gets one. Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. 10 fantastic years, hoping for at least 10 fantastic more years as we move on into season 21. Are you excited for convention time? Convention announcement 2 days ago on the 4K exhibition.
I won't be in the convention, but I mean, I'm always happy for whatever event the league's got to do. It's, you know, spreading the word, more people, getting more people in the league, and I think that's the most fun part about it.
Two out to one of these, Mark. Pickler, back to pass. Complete down to the 14-yard line. Toe drag swag for Vin Kalia. And that was close, but I think he did get the minimum 1 foot down.
Yeah. First down once again. Keeping the clock rolling.
Seven minutes to go. Already a 2+ minute drive for London. They hand it off to Kelly, and he gets one. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if they run the ball to Kelly 3 times and kick a field goal. Pickler to throw. And getting out of bounds after another toe drag is Talon Steele. He was big in the first half. Haven't seen much of him in the second. But again, it stops the clock.
Yeah. Good for Motor City. 6.5, 6:25. You got to do it quick. No touchdown. Putting a touchdown would make this game maybe a little bit way too out of reach.
Pickler gonna go for it. Underneath, fighting for the first down is Highwind, and he can't get there. It's 4th and 1. No correction, that was Talon Steele again.
And Talon Steele really wanted the first down. You saw him trying to jog laterally across the field, maybe trying to make the snow, you know, slide him forwards, but no. Motor City denying the first down, hanging on to the littlest of hope, and with this field goal going up 13, Motor City has a chance.
It's up and good. And how about JT Delaney? 3 of 3 tonight in the snow in Detroit.
Yes, sir. Plus the 3 extra points made too, for a total of 6 made field goals technically, but balls into the uprights.
Delaney still perfect on the season, 13 of 13. You know, and if you're gonna miss a game in the snow with the wind swirling around as it is, was probably the one, but he has been perfect today. Lawson fighting through some arm tackles up to the 32. Now, Motor City's gonna have to go and go quickly. And that might be the drive that is the dagger for London. Not just because they got 3 points, but because they took so much time off the clock. 10 plays, 44 yards in just under 4 minutes. Took the clock from 9:35 to 5:34. They run the ball with Dean. 2nd and 7.
We're looking at the difference of the first half and the second half. Motor City, you know, sure, they have lessened the effectiveness of London's offense. But I mean, you look at the loss of Robert Merrill. London went from 289 yards in the first half, almost 300, down to 125 in the second half. Motor City, though, you need to make the most out of it.
Nice run by Dean. Almost picked up a first down. 3rd and 1. The V8s go up tempo. Under 5 to go.
It's only his 3rd carry.
Creata pumps, looks. First down. Tapping the toes, Guy Clausen, and he stops the clock.
Nice play by them. Gets a first down. And Creata with that very unique sidearm, or I guess diagonal arm throw of him, picks up a few yards. And a few yards for a first down. Stop the clock. That's what you need.
Creata on first down. 3-man rush. He's hit as he thrown. The ball's wobbling in the air. It's caught! It's Clausen! He's to the 10! He's dragging defenders to the 8-yard line. Unbelievable! Ibrahim Creata was hit as he let go of the ball and still completed it down the field.
Here they go.
Creata snaps it, throws it to the 2. Clock stops with 4:20.
Oh my. Touchdown. They need a touchdown here. Field goal will not cut it, Michael. They need a touchdown.
And what do? Christopher Dean has been decently successful here late in the game. You're on the 2-yard line. Create up to 276. 87% completion. Creata gonna throw. He looks to the outside. It's incomplete.
And it's
3rd
good that
and goal.
it's incomplete because that looked like it was going to be a loss by Christopher Dean.
What do you draw up here?
I mean, I didn't mind the play that they drew up. You know, a swing pass to Christopher Dean, mix it up. They lined up for potentially a run down the middle. But did not achieve anything from that. Looks like they're keeping their options open in this formation.
3-2 look, a 3-man rush. Creata swings it out. It's a tackle! It's a tackle for loss. Brandon Ewing with a huge play on defense to save a touchdown. Bill Cherry had the end zone in his eyes.
Absolutely incredible and just great coverage by all the defenders. And of course, they got to go for it. They need to go for it. The only chance in coming back from this game.
4th and goal from the 3. Creata. He runs. He stopped. He stopped to look for a receiver, and the game is likely over. Creata could have run it in, but he thought he could find a receiver downfield. Davidson gets his 4th sack of the game, and that will likely do it.
Oh no, Creata stops in his tracks as the game stops in its tracks for Motor City.
And the wheels come off for the V8s. We need a breather. Let's let Cam talk for a minute. What do you got from SFL Studios?
I've got more good news for the London Knights, Michael Turillo. Canton was down 20-3, forced 4 straight 3-and-outs in the 4th quarter, but Houston's defense steps up to avoid the comeback. 20-17, the Headhunters have won 3 straight. They're now 4-5. Canton slips to 3-5, and London's division lead gets larger.
It's going to be a great Saturday for the London Knights. As there goes Kelly. He's got 9 yards on 2 carries and sets up a 3rd and 1. That may be the most shocking series of goal line plays I've ever seen in the SFL. In all my years covering games here.
Yep. Following an incredible pass to an reception by Guy Clausen. He thought that momentum was in Motor City's side, but London will deny the comeback.
Clausen, as Kelly stretches, first down. That's what he needed to do, and LaMichael Kelly likely ends the game. Two-minute warning. Motor City had their chances, but London looks like they're gonna survive. Here on the SFL, presented by APM Music. And I just want to talk about that whole sequence again, because nothing is going to happen that is as interesting as that. Right? You had the long pass. First off, Creata had no business getting that pass away. He got nailed and let it go. It was a big old duck pass, which I think almost played into Clausen's hands because London defenders expected that pass to go deeper, and Clausen was able to pick it up. First, if Clausen breaks one more tackle, he's into the end zone anyway, and none of that goal line stuff matters. Two, how about Brandon Ewing? Not only does he have an interception in the game, he has a potential game-saving tackle on the 2-yard line in the game.
Yep.
And then Creata decides to run, then thinks better of it, and gets sacked. Just incredible sequence of events.
Yeah, I mean, you have green space. Basically, the red carpet rolled out for you and denying the opportunity.
Pickler going long. This one to really seal it. Vin Kalia down the sideline. He's chased down at the 7 by Mark Kaufman. Motor City playing press coverage, trying to get a turnover, and they get burned deep.
You're right, Michael. Looks like London will have to beat the over themselves, and a touchdown here will do so for London. Jack's data on the point once again.
77-yard pass. Thanks, Ron Haynes and Dwayne.
Wow.
For doing stats for us today. And they are not going to go for the over. If you bet the over, I'm sorry, because it's kneel down time for the London Knights. Wow. Just wow.
Yes, sir.
And give Motor City full credit, because they could have folded when it was 24-3, but they made the potential comeback and fell just short.
And that's the other thing, is that they made the comeback possible. There were 3 scores down, or 24, that's 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. And they were still in it up until that failed, that interception. Yeah.
Yeah. That was it. And the Motor City dominated the early part of the fourth quarter. They scored 14 straight points to get back in it. And then London with a brutal, brutal drive with the 10-play, 44-yard, 4-minute drive to kick a field goal. That really was the kicker, because it sped up Motor City to the point where they made some mistakes. And that'll do it. Final 15 seconds tick off the clock here at a snowy, windy Bank Michigan Stadium. What a game, Mark. What a game to open up Week 10 of the SFL's 20th season. The Knights charge on, and they beat the Motor City V8s 30-17 in a game that was a lot closer in the second half than the final score really inhibits.
Yeah, kind of probably, look at this, the major difference, besides being about 90 more passing yards, how about the rushing yards? Just completely nothing coming from Motor City, and then Robert Merrill and company coming away with over 90 yards, 98 yards. That was over almost 100, and he was no longer in the game, but we shall not forget that he has actually reached a couple milestones. With his third carry of the game, he has more than 3. He has tied 28th all-time with J.W. Doyle, all-time great as well. And with his rushing yards, 6,000 in his career. So congratulations to him from beyond the infirmary. But besides that, what a game. He had all 3 touchdowns for this London offense, and that was the story of the game.
How often do you have somebody score the majority of your points, get hurt, and go out for the game in the same game? That might be an SFL first as well.
The bright side is he does his scoring before he goes out, and that's all he'll ever need. I mean, 3 touchdowns before you go out. Give the guy a rest. That's probably a well-deserved break in the medical room. And he's in there with his ice pack, his elbow fractured, but he'll be back for next week, where London will be out again and chasing another big playoff run.
A lot more SFL action coming your way today. At 6:30 p.m. Eastern, it's Mexico City and Fort Worth, with Alamo City and Queen City to follow. And then at 9, it's Florida Jacksonville in the Sunshine State Showdown, and Denver and D.C. to finish the day. Tomorrow, it's San Diego and Baltimore, and Las Vegas and Charleston at 6:30. At 9, it's Carolina and Arizona, and Sioux Falls and Indianapolis. Robert Merrill, we were talking about him. 3 touchdowns, over 100 total yards, and the injury. And we round out with the Cam and Paul Spectacular on Monday night with Vancouver and Los Angeles.
Ooh,
that'll do it from Detroit, Michigan. For Ron Haynes and Dwayne Schindler on stats, Cameron Irvine producing as always. For Mark Lopez, with me in the booth, my name is Michael Duillo saying so long, enjoy the rest of your SFL Saturday, and have a very pleasant rest of your game.
Good night.